Hello, everyone. My name is Amanda Fuqua, and today I'm going to talk about my experience with the MBA program at FAU, and I'm going to talk a little bit about what was going on in the world back then 2 years ago. So, I started FAU's MBA program in August 2021. Um, this was the second year that COVID, or maybe it was more like a year and a half at this point, year and a half that COVID had been going on. There was a new variant out called the Delta variant. I ended up catching COVID for the third time. It was miserable, not very fun. However, my fiance never ended up catching it, even though we live in the same house together. But, anyways, I ended up catching it again. Um, they were trying to reverse the mask mandates back into place. I was working at an orthopedic practice at the time, so I was continually wearing a mask the entire time. I was never able to stop wearing one. So yeah, back then I was working at the orthopedic practice, and then once I started the MBA program, I decided I wanted to do something different. Still in the same field, but I just kind of wasn't getting what I wanted out of that job. I had been there for about 2 years, and I was promised a position that I didn't end up receiving, but that's okay. So I ended up putting out some job applications, and I ended up working for the company that I still am working for right now. I started with them in December 2021. So I had already taken a couple of the MBA classes, and I started this position, and I was a provider representative. I was working with a few providers here in South Florida, and I would meet with them on a monthly basis and go over their financial performance, their coding, anything that they could do to increase their funding, key performance indicators, meeting metrics, meeting goals, things like that. I did that monthly with a bunch of different physicians that were contracted with our company. Fast forward to now, 2023. I actually am the regional operations manager now, so I oversee our physicians in New York, New Jersey, and Texas. So I was promoted. And then let's see. So the MBA program, my classes, I guess you would say 6 months ago, my favorite classes at the time were my healthcare operations classes. So I was taking all of my electives in healthcare just because, that's what my background is in. And I just thought that would benefit me. My bachelor's is in health administration. So I took all my electives in healthcare. So I took healthcare operations, I took leadership and organizations, and I just took another operations management class. And all of those classes really did benefit me in this position that I'm in now. And I kind of just built paved a path for me into this position. And I feel like I've truly learned so much, even just from reading in the textbooks, and I was able to apply it now that I am a manager, and I've never really been in a managerial role before this position. So taking these classes actually really benefited me. What else did I learn in this program? Presentations, public speaking. I never was a fan of it before this. I hated even just doing presentations like this in my own home with no one here. And then in this new position, I actually ended up having to go to Texas, and I had to speak to a group of about 80 physicians up on stage with a podium and all. And I is just extremely proud of myself because I don't think that I could have done that before this program, and just getting used to talking and public speaking and just even speaking to just a small group of people. I think all these classes really helped, prepare me for that. I did learn a lot about Excel in these classes, like the VLOOKUP command. I never knew that before being in this program, and I use it on every day, like every single day now, and it saves me so much time. So I did learn a lot from having to use Excel in these classes. And then there was another book. There was one book that it just stuck in my head ever since I read it. It's called The Goal. I can't remember which class I had to read it for, unfortunately, but it was a great book. It talked about throughput and bottlenecks and, just really management. And it was a really educational book, and I definitely recommend anyone to read it who has not read it yet. let's see. So that's pretty much it about me and my experience with the MBA program. I had some great professors throughout these 2 years, and I am just so grateful for all the knowledge that I have, just received from this program. And I'm so grateful to, be here. And I feel like, my entire life has changed in the last 2 years after COVID and everything. And, with, just shootings going on too, there's just been so much happening in this world. And I'm just so grateful to be here, be alive. And um, I'm glad that you all are as well. And yeah.